What is up, all my Pokemon lovers out there? Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about trying to stay ahead of the curve. So with that all being said, let's get into today's video. So in the ultra modern collecting space, there seems to be some pretty obvious patterns that happen when determining the increase in popularity. Whether you're a collector or an investor, it is very important to stay ahead of the curve. And can we predict the next big pump, the next evolving skies? Absolutely not, but we can see and take notes from the past and the present, kind of come up with our own thesis of how to predict these next trends. It seems that the Pokemon community always likes to look in the past and look into the far future, a year into the future, which to me seems pretty dumb. I think that the best plays are always right in front of us. There's always plays in the future. If you're, like I said, if you're collecting or investing, it's just a straight cop-out to me when people say there's nothing for me in this set, when you go down the lines of the art rares or special illustration rares, and then you ask them, do you like any of these cards, or what are your favorite top 10 Pokemon? And then one of those Pokemon are actually in that set, but they are just so disgruntled and dissatisfied for pretty much everything in this era. And it seems like in the SV9 era, just no one is happy. And it's always okay to look a little bit in the future, but not like years. Right now, it seems like the biggest talk of the town is that Team Rocket set. I wanted to make this video because it's not smart to just save all your money to, for a set that's gonna come out a year plus down the line when we don't really know what's gonna happen. For all we know, it could be a really small set with not that many great cards. I doubt it, highly doubt it. But to just be putting all your money into something we don't even know about quite yet is just a little bit foolish. That goes for everybody. That goes for collecting and investing. I was really excited for Pokemon 151. It's great. If you guys want to watch me open that up, I'm gonna leave that right here. It was a great set, but I think that it was really small and Pokemon could have done so much more with it. Is it gonna do great over time? For sure. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be one of the best performing assets of this SV9 era. But it didn't really fulfill me in the way that I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a much larger set, but it is what it is. And that could be exactly the same thing that we're going to see with Team Rocket or, the next Dragon sets. So definitely try to look for plays. If you're an investor, try to look for the plays that are right in front of you, or even to the side of that, Try to look for temporal forces, or even a little bit later, or even a little bit earlier than that. There's so many great sets that are dirt cheap that you guys can invest in to make long-term success. And if you want to open these packs or collect these booster boxes so that you can open them later on, right now is the best time to buy low, and then 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line, you have a bunch of product that you can open to enjoy later. I always encourage my audience to enjoy the now, enjoy the present. I told myself that I would buy one booster box from every single set that has released in Scarlet and Violet 9, and I've done just that. I've had so much fun. I enjoyed all the cards. Even if I didn't even know the Pokemon, I enjoyed the art. But that's just me. That's the type of collector and investor that I am. And I had some right takes and I've had some wrong takes. And you're never going to get it completely right. I remember when Paldea Evolved first came out. To me, that was a no-brainer play. You can go down the list of cards and see that set was going to be amazing. For me personally, I love the Raichu and I love that Tyranitar and the Groudon. I thought they knocked those out of the park. And it just was a no-brainer that these are very popular Pokemon. And even the Iono, she had like a little Pikachu memorabilia in the card. Very popular trainer in the game, and it was just a no-brainer that set was gonna go off and going to be one of the best sets, if not the best set in the Scarlet and Violet era. And I told you guys recently about Twilight Masquerade. I said this may be the most undervalued, underrated set of this era. And look what it's doing right now. It's a very popular booster box. I hear from people that have distributors that this set is constantly being bought up. It's definitely one of the most popular sets because of that Greninja SIR. I made a video about that I'm gonna link that also right around here. It's a great set. It has two amazing trainers, as well as that top Greninja card that everyone is going crazy over. I did a post not too long ago debating on which Greninja card was better, this Greninja from Twilight Masquerade or the one coming out in Shrouded Fable. And I told everyone before the pump, way before the pump, that the Greninja from Twilight Masquerade was A or S tier card coming out, and people thought I was crazy. And look where it's at now. Regardless of if it's market manipulation or people are buying these out, whatever it is, the price is the price, and the market determines the price. I obviously don't believe that this card is going to stay at the $250 mark, but I'm happy that we finally have a card that is sitting around that dollar price. And you guys gotta remember that Greninja is definitely a top 5 Pokemon. In the comment section of my last video, people were saying he was like a top 25. If you grew up in those later eras, you know, the Diamond and Pearl eras, Greninja is just as important as Charizard to a lot of these younger kids from what people were telling me. I wasn't a huge Greninja fan. It's cool. I haven't watched the anime where he's Ash's Greninja, and I know that dictates the market for sure. There's a lot of people that watch those Pokemon animes, and they said Ash's Greninja was like one of their favorite characters in anime of all time. So I know that definitely has some effect on the price. I personally just like the messy artwork. I love the Giratina artwork, the Magikarp artwork from Paldea. It's all splattered and just there's not too much focus. The Greninja from Twilight Masquerade definitely has that as well. It's very messy, very colorful. I personally love those style of cards. Again, if you really like the artwork and you don't want to pay that crazy price, if you're not a player, or I don't even know if this card is playable, but go look at it in Japanese or other languages. It's way cheaper, and you can just get the same quality, if not better, in Japanese or Korean or whatever. Just always keep an open mind to look other places for art that you guys love. And sometimes English is completely overpriced, and there is market manipulation, and there is buyouts. So I just encourage you guys to keep an open mind. And I remember going on multiple live streams from bigger PokeTubers saying that Paldea Evolved was going to be one of the best sets and is my personal favorite, and I think it's the best set in the SV9 era. People were calling me dumb. People were calling me some pretty nasty names. Same thing with Twilight Masquerade. I was saying that, you know, how much I liked it, and people were calling me, again, some not so great things. And you may face some backlash when it comes to things that aren't tested yet, you know, but that's why I always encourage you guys to have your own opinion. Don't let other people's opinions sway you so much. If you guys like the cards in the set, just buy the set. If you guys think that it's going to perform well over time as an investment, go ahead and buy that as an investment. And when it comes to investing, that's what's going to happen. You're going to swing the bat. Sometimes you're going to hit the ball. Sometimes you're going to miss. And that is a part of the fun of collecting and investing. And that's kind of where my heart is when it comes to both of the spaces. I just pretty much just buy what I like. I don't feel like I need to compete with anybody. I buy the booster boxes that I think are going to appreciate over time, that I could make a small play. I'm not a giant Pokemon investor. Like I said, I got tons of sealed product back there. I got cases of booster boxes as well. And same thing goes with my collecting. I'm going to buy pretty much every set, open every set, so I can have at least a thought about how these sets are going to perform, and just enjoy what you like. Buy what you like. There's a ongoing joke in the hobby that everyone says, they're like, oh, I put my pre-order in for generation 12 already. And that's just how it goes in this hobby. Everyone is just so not happy with the present. But like I said in my last video, we are going to move forward now. It's going to start heating up in the SV9 era. And then once we're in generation 10, which is very, very close, ladies and gentlemen, we're halfway through the Scarlet and Violet era. Then all these things are going to pump. We're going to, not we, but they are going to go look back at all the sets that they missed out on, which they could have bought at an all-time low. Perfect example, if you guys are looking for a play, go buy Scarlet Violet base, man. Like, that base set is absolutely amazing. So many great cards, so many crazy cards for a base set. It's by far the best base set that we've ever seen. So that is an easy play. I'm not telling you guys, not financial advice, but yeah, definitely a play in SV9. And like I said, it's not going to be until Generation 10 where we fully appreciate these cards, you know, and the Pokemon that comes from SV9. I'm personally a huge fan of all the robot Pokemon, the Iron Thorns, Iron Tread, all the irons. I think those are super cool, and it is a play on nostalgia because it's some of our favorite Pokemon that got turned into robots, but very interesting dynamics, and I'm very excited to see what Generation 10 has in store for us, as well as what's going to happen in the future with terrestrialized Pokemon. It seems like we haven't really gotten the full terrestrialized experience. Like I said, the Greninja card is definitely a terrestrialized card. It has the crown on his head, and it's the biggest card. I guess we've kind of seen the terrestrialized form in the Charizard in Shiny Treasures EX, which is a beautiful card, but I think the best is yet to come, and once those evolutions drop, it's going to get crazy. I know I told you guys to not look too far in the future, but we all know that any evolution product performs very, very well in this space. So is it going to be the next Evolving Skies? I don't know. We don't know. I wouldn't save all of my money to go in on one boat, you know, put all my eggs in one basket. And you guys got to remember too that there's going to be ups and downs in this hobby. There's going to be additional times to buy at lows. There's going to be times where we're going to be like, this is the lowest it's going to go. For example, Pokemon 151, when it dropped to like 150 bucks, 130 bucks, everyone was like, this is as low as it's going to go. This is it. Then another reprint got announced. Now it's at, I just bought a couple booster boxes at $54. So we never know when the actual bottom is in. And for 151, do I think that this bottom is in? Who knows? We may see, you know, a $40 151 reprint box. So definitely something to remember for all you Pokemon collectors and investors. And like I said, in every generation, there's gonna, and like I said, there's plays in every generation. Even in, I'd say, Obsidian Flames, there might be a play there just because it's a Charizard set. Long term. I remember when I first made this channel, I was saying how much I loved Chilling Reign. Oh, I thought it was one of the best sets I've ever opened. I loved it. I loved the cards. I loved the vibe. I loved the way the booster box artwork looked. Same thing with Fusion Strike. I think Fusion Strike is a beautiful set. I think it's a beautiful booster box to collect and to display. It's all pink. It's got Mew flying through the city. Such a cool booster box artwork, and I was pretty much told that I'm an idiot for liking these two sets, that they're absolutely trash. And now we've seen what they've done. People are now going back trying to buy all of those singles, all the alt arts from that set. I told people that I love the Blaziken. The Blaziken was one of the best artworks I've ever seen. People said that it wasn't even on the top 10 alt art list for the Sword and Shield era, and then look how everyone's mind has changed. So this goes to show that there are plays in this hobby no matter where you look. Even, I would say, maybe Night Wanderer is probably the worst set that we've gotten so far. Maybe Obsidian Flames battles with it. I'd love to know you guys' comments in the comment section down below on this topic. But I think that they're a decent set. They're going to be looked for and opened and looked to open in the very far future. You gotta remember that there's little kids that are gonna grow up liking the Loyal 3 and that are gonna like this terrestrial stuff, and Charizard. Charizard is going to be a very popular Pokemon for many years to come, and with these two sets, they both have that, regardless of, you know, the price that they are right now. You know, they're really cheap, and some of the singles are dirt cheap as well. So like I said, there's a play in everything, regardless of how we feel in the very present. We know that with everything, things get better in time, if that is the collecting space, you know. As for collectors, like I said, there's all these SV9 Pokemon that everyone's not that stoked on, supposedly. And then, you know, Generation 15, we're gonna look back at Gen 9 and say, wow, SV9 was so underrated. It was one of the best sets we've ever seen. Some of the best, most unique Pokemon that we've ever seen. And then so on and so forth. It's the same thing with investing. You know, a lot of these booster boxes are sitting around the $100 mark. And we all know within 3 years, they're all going to be at $200 plus. if not more, because of MSRP. I stated in my last video that with that MSRP increase, I think that we're going to see bigger booster boxes or bigger prices with these booster boxes faster. So we're gonna have to just wait and see on that. But now I'm gonna turn it to you guys. Are you a collector / investor that always looks towards the future for plays and saves your money all for these big sets? Or are you like me, where you like to collect what's in front of you, or buy what's in front of you, invest what's in front of you? Let me know that, or let me know your strategies or any strategies that I missed out on in the comment section down below. And until tomorrow, I will catch you guys with a fresh new video.